Alright guys, we have pretty much new information and confirmation of what this Pokemon is, as we are going to be discussing this. So the Pokemon company has finally talked about this new Pokemon, and it is called Meltan. It is a steel type Pokemon, classified as the steel or the hex nut Pokemon. Kind of funny how they got the nut part right there. And what's surprising about all of this is that it is actually a mythical Pokemon, which is, if you all know, like mythical Pokemon are usually have mons that are like have high BST. So, but if you've seen like Pokemon Go, how small these things are, I think it's probably like gonna have a gimmick somewhere centered around transform. So yeah. So let me see, like as you can see, like this is the official artwork for Meltan, which is a steel type. And I also have I also have like the official site loaded up as well. So, and there's also pre-release screenshots, and you see like the trainer, uh, for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and then you see Meltan as well. So it looks like you could catch Meltan in this game. So yeah, it's kind of like, and it looks like this is gonna be the new Pokemon that we are going to be uh available in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, like the one that they've teased for a while now. So it's kind of interesting because um they haven't really announced any information. Like they really like kind of like this all started back in like I think Friday or Thursday. I forgot what day, but like when Charles from like one of the Pokemon Go data miners, like he discovered that Kecleon's dex number was or was not dex number, but this new Pokemon was put in place of Kecleon, and no one knew what that was. And obviously, I think we've seen like Joe, everyone was kind of like pissed off in a way at Niantic, but I think they kind of like did a 180, because at first I was like, oh, you did like a, everyone thought like, why did you just post this Pokemon here? And now it's like, oh my god, this is a good marketing move or whatever. Either way, they got the Pokemon. They got people talking about this Pokemon because, like, I think at the very end of Community Day for Chikorita, like all these Meltons were showing up everywhere, and you couldn't catch it. And it's apparently related to Ditto. They actually confirmed in the video. I'm not gonna reveal the. I'm gonna link the video in the description for you guys to see. So yeah, I have both the English trailer and the Japanese trailer. So if you guys want to see that, that's fine. So um, I also have the. Let's see, what does Pokeexperto say? Like, oh yeah, like Pokemon actually teased this poke as well. So as well as Nintendo. So, and as you can see, this is all the stuff Japanese. That is the novel Pokemon Meltan. Still in English, the novel Pokemon Meltan. New videos for Pokemon. This is a steel type apparently, so pretty much it's kind of interesting to see how this thing will work in battle, because as you can see, these are like more images from like you know, from Pokemon Go, different perspectives in the sky shown. So yeah, and let me see how those translates. Professor Oak already knew Meltan from an old text. The research continues as more details remain to be known. So there's a video in which she says like Professor Willow and Professor Oak are talking about Meltan. How Professor Willow says, "Oh, this Ditto we have turned into Meltan, but it turns back to Ditto." So, or I think it was the other way around. So yeah, and then there's some other stuff. So here's the new here's some new information. So what is Meltan? It's a new species of Pokemon that no one has ever seen before and has been discovered. This Pokemon is called Meltan and is now often called quite the enigma. Category is Hex Nut. I know a lot of people are calling it Nut or Ditto Nut. So yeah, Steel type. Most of Meltan's body is made of a liquid metal, and its shape is very liquid. It can use its liquid arms and legs to corrode metal and absorb it into its own body. Meltan generates electricity using metal in its Using the metal absorbs from outside sources. It uses this electricity as an energy source as an attack that can field from its eye. So I can say it learns electric attacks as well. A curious Pokemon, Meltan is very expressive and shows an interest in all living kinds of things. Mysterious ghost sighting. So this is pretty much where all the connection to Go comes into play. Many reports have came in about the sightings of Ditto in Pokemon Go that have transformed into Meltan. The number of sightings have significantly decreased over the past few days, but it appears that Meltan are still appearing in various areas. Research is being conducted on the disappearance of Meltan, but we have learned that Go is somehow the key to meeting this new Pokemon in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So yeah, they're pretty much promoting the game. This is how they're gonna tie in Let's Go to the Pokemon Go. So yeah. So that's pretty much it, really. It's very curious to see that we finally have information about this Pokemon, and we know what that guy is. I think the biggest surprise to me is that they called it a mythical, and it's a Steel type. Well, then again, the Steel type wasn't like that surprising, but the fact that it's a mythical means that it's like a legendary in a sense. So this is a legendary Pokemon, or event Pokemon, whatever you kind of call it. So. And this thing could be very viable and competitive given if they give this thing the right stat distribution and whatnot. But I have a weird feeling it's gonna be a play on Ditto, because given how you've seen these things transform into Ditto, but then again it could just be Ditto just being this guy. So you get me? So yeah, and the fact that they in the trailer, like, or in the thing, they mentioned that they did mention how this guy is somewhat related to Ditto in some fashion. So yeah, so let me see if there are any classified stuff. All right, let me see any new screenshots. I don't think I think it's like the ones we saw from Pokeexperto's Twitter. I'll just link Pokeexperto's Twitter if you guys want to see stuff or hear. Because like it's just basically like the same images you saw, so yeah. So the weight is 4.8 centimeters or inches, 17.6 pounds for the labs or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So yeah, it's a very interesting Pokemon, because I think for the past few days, like this Pokemon is pretty much set the Pokemon community on fire on what this thing is and what could be. Like, I mean, I did make 2 videos about that, so and like we were like talking, figuring out, oh, what the hell is this? I think the fact that they promoted this with Go just at the very end of Chikorita Day, I think it's very cheeky of them to do it, but it's kind of risky at the same time, because of course stuff like this can get data mined very quickly. So yeah, so like regarding this Pokemon, like again, like this being a mythical Pokemon could be very interesting for it. So hopefully we see more. We know exactly how this Pokemon works in battle, and what its base stats are and its evolution. Like, I mean, this thing could evolve though. Not saying evolve, but maybe this thing could like transform into other Pokemon. So that's what I was trying to say there. I don't know why I mentioned evolve. So, but yeah, like the fact that we don't know exactly what this thing is, and that this thing does have this has some kind of relation to Ditto. So also, apparently, let me go back with this new series. This seems to be like a new series in a sense. Like this whole the new Pokemon Discover. I think there's gonna be like a mini series about this guy. So I guess that's how they're gonna do a tie-in to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee as the weeks wind down to the release of this game. So yeah. So I do want to know what your thoughts on this game are. So as well, or what this whole information is. So anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. So peace.